Columbus, Ohio. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
The Notre Dame head coach told me before the game, Coach said because they are still without their starting quarterback, this has been essential to have a bye week this week. Give their backup all of the reps with the #1 offense, something he typically doesn't do all season long. So they have really focused on more reps, more reads, so he can really hit the ground running here today early in this game. Back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Finds a crease, it's Walton. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on second and inches. Might as well run him again. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The run to the left. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up second and 4. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on fourth down from their own side of the field. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on fourth down, and rolling the dice pays off.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. but any concerns you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Takes the handoff. It's Rodgers. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
He's got it on the right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the left. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and long right here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Davis will throw. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Walton. Nowhere to go. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. At the 45, on his way. Finding some room. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
This offensive line takes a lot of pride. They're very good at communicating, and they love pushing fronts around. You're seeing it on that last play, breaking off a long run, doing it early in the season in the opening game. That sets the tone for this offense.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the ground. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Can even operate in this noise. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They got stuffed on 2nd down, and still they need 1 yard here on 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Power ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the extra point splits the uprights. From deep, it's Cross. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're trying to put anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Follows his blocks. It's Rodgers. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He's changing the play. Red pass, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Davis looking to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Martin. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Right side, it's Evans. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, it's up.
Caught, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down 1st and goal.
And that's exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. That they made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Run in the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Edwards. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for a crease. It's Walton. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down. Clock's running.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And he's brought down after a short game. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He breaks a tackle. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his 2nd touchdown. We're not even done the 1st half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink this. Like, keep giving it to him. He'll keep making plays, and they'll keep putting points on the scoreboard.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Davis will throw. Under pressure. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback changing the play. Wants to go up top on second down. Throws to the wideout. He'll be thinking about that one. Almost an interception.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hits inside, it's Edwards. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Snags it over the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Notre Dame. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Davis looking to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Caught. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Ohio State calls its second timeout. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. Snap on first down, wants to throw. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throwing right. It's caught. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Just drives it between the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quick give. It's Edwards. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the USC Trojans, taking on the number 9 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
And it's the Trojans, locked up in a tight one in this matchup of top 10 teams. We haven't even hit the half here today, and it's already shaping up to be an instant classic.
Making the adjustment. Davis will throw. He fires one deep down the right side. He's got it. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
Running inside. It's Rodgers. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Drops back on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up on tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Time to take a shot. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Barnes. There he goes. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Davis looking to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Carr above the noise. Rush is on. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the 1st down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
RPO complete. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the 2nd half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
From the gun, it's Edwards. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Swan. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Davis will throw. Out wide left, it's Rodgers. Still on his feet at the 45. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Rodgers. Got the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload. You got to reload quick now because this offense, they got
gets loose in the middle, runs it into the house. Touchdown, Buckeye! He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Throwing, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walton. They put the brakes on it.
This running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Trying to establish the run. He just carries him face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. Two good plays. Now third down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Move to his right. Throwing on the run. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Carr. Complete out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Deep in the end zone, it's Cross. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Davis looking to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wide-out set, trips right. The run inside. It's Rodgers. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Wants to throw on 1st. Got the back over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Hits inside, it's Edwards.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete to the right. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
I think they keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Play action, Carr. He'll take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Carr. Look out. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Making the adjustment on the play. Davis will throw. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Evans. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the fourth. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Winning those individual